So what's up? What's the deal, guys? Welcome to JA News.
It's up.
So I think it's time. So as the year begins to wind down and we head into the fourth quarter, I think it's finally time that we have this conversation. So for today's show, we're going to be discussing the early candidates for Sneaker of the Year. We also got a first look at something new from Jordan Brand, which is actually scheduled to release before this year's end. And we got great news for Ye fans as the rumor mill is buzzing. So we're also going to be discussing the latest on Ye's big comeback. So stay tuned, guys. We got all that plus more, and it's coming right up next. All right. So to kick things off, legendary footwear as well as Yeezy designer Steven Smith, he sat down for an almost hour-long podcast with Kanye's Post. Some of y'all may know her as the green girl from IG. So while I have yet to listen to this podcast, I'm very intrigued to hear what the godfather of dad shoes has to say. So let's go ahead and check out a preview of the conversation here.
How are you handling the Adidas split?
I just ignore it all and just move forward.
Excedrin.
Yeah, keep designing new stuff,
So that looks to be a very interesting conversation. And if you guys would like to check out the full podcast, you can search Kanye's Posts on YouTube. And if you're unfamiliar with Steven Smith, he's one of the designers that helped bring some of your favorite Yeezys to life, including the Wave Runners, the Yeezy 500, as well as the Foam Runner, just to name a few. All right, so next up, we got some first looks from the Jordan Brand, courtesy of Z Sneakerheads. And no, these are not mock-up photos, but actual official images, which should round out Jordan's holiday 23 lineup. So first up here, we got these winterized retro 8s, which Jordan Brand, of course, they add this little extra material to keep you warm during the winter months. These are scheduled to release coming up November 27th for a retail up to $10. Now, next up, we got the retro 14s. They're calling them black, white, and red. And originally, when we first saw the mock-up images, with this color scheme, joints were promising. But now that the official images have dropped, many people are complaining that there's not enough red on these. So I'm sorry to do this, but we're gonna have to call these the Panda 14s. And with a lot of these Jordan retros surpassing $200 plus, many consumers, it seems like, are being a little more cautious with their sneaker spending habits. So I could foresee both of these pairs heading to a Nike outlet near you, but let me know if you guys are feeling any of these joints in the comments below. All right, so now that we're pretty much aware of everything that's dropping for the remainder of the year in terms of sneakers, I feel like it's definitely time to have that conversation about sneaker of the year, or at least let's throw out some of the early candidates. Now, I haven't put too much thought into this list, so I need everybody's help. Make sure you guys get in the comment section, and I'm gonna try to get back to as many people as possible. Now, let's start things off with New Balance, who's been having a phenomenal run this year, keeping that momentum going. A lot of great mainline releases as well as collaborations. You guys seem to really love the 990 V6 Action Bronson pair, but I would say when it comes to New Balance, my favorite release had to be the ALD 860 V2s, which you had 3 colorways to choose from. I happened to grab the blue pair back here, but I gotta say my favorite from that release has to be the green pair, which is just a clean colorway. It's definitely an ALD staple. And with the trendiness of the Y2K runner this year, I feel like this makes an excellent contender for Sneaker of the Year. Now for Jordan Brand, Nike, the Dunk Low, of course, still continues to be one of the most popular sneakers. Even up to this date, they've also had some great SB collabs this year. And for Jordan Brand, they still continue to bring back all of their classic retro models. My favorite release this year from them had to be the White Cement Reimagined 3s, which I feel like, they have stood the test of time and may go down probably as my favorite Jordan of all time. But I feel like the pair that had the most buzz had to be these Jordan 4 SB Pine Greens, which, you got a super clean colorway. Joints got a beautiful gum bottom. They add a little extra material on these because, remember, they are an SB collab. But one of the key factors that many people overlook is that they redesigned the shape of this sneaker, made to more truly reflect the original shape. And this will be setting the standard for the Jordan 4 heading into 2024. So I thought this sneaker, had a lock for best Jordan of the year, but it seems as though the recently released J Balvin 3s may be giving those joints a run for their money, or at least that's what the buzz is now on Twitter. So sneaker of the year, J Balvin 3s, Jordan 4 SB Pine Greens. Let me know what you guys think. And for Adidas, I feel like we gotta go with a Samba, which they've had some great pairs drop this year from Wales Bonner, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with the 8th Street Sambas, which I believe originally were pre-order, and I don't think people have actually got their pairs in, but my favorite of the three gotta be these green joints. They've, reimagined this classic Adidas sneaker with this more chunkier sole, which it looks like Adidas has actually adopted, for their Samba 2, which is set to make its debut coming up in 2024. So outside of the major sneaker brands, honorable mention has to go to the Asics Gel 1130 House Studios collab. And although these aren't a sneaker, joints I'm rocking on feet right now, the Yeezy 450 Slide. Although I believe these were originally manufactured back in 2020, this has to be my favorite footwear release this year. I love the alien design, and I may have to go as far as to say that this may be actually a little more comfortable than your standard Yeezy Slide. So now that we reflect back on all of the sneaker releases for 2023, as well as what's to come for the remainder of the year, let me ask you guys, what are your thoughts overall on sneakers in 2023? I feel like definitely to address one of the elephants here in the room, Ye is definitely missing from the game. But we got great news because it looks like several outlets are reporting on his new album. So it looks like, according to Forbes here, it says Ye is reportedly hard at work on his next album, which sources close to the rapper state could be dropped sometime soon, potentially without warning. Now, this is extremely interesting. Of course, we've been covering every aspect of new music from Ye, but I feel like the most interesting line here is where it says the rapper could be dropping sometime soon, potentially without warning. And as we know, Drake, he recently pushed his album back to October. Could it be Ye is trying to ruin Drake's rollout and potentially drop something to coincide with the release for All the Dogs? So that's great news, but we also have a conflicting report, which according to TMZ, there's no imminent release date, and he's taking his time with the album in order to mirror the quality his reputation used to hold. So they then go on to report that sources connected to the production say that Ye is truly in a great headspace and has been cranking out songs at a rapid pace, completing nearly 10 tracks this week alone. They also said that we're told frequent collaborator Ty Dolla $ign has been on hand in the studio, so it's also possible they're creating a joint album in addition to his solo endeavor. So that news is great. It aligns with everything that we've been covering in terms of future Ye music. We know Ty Dolla $ign as well as other collaborators have been linking up with Ye in Japan as well as Italy. So this is very promising, in regards to new music from Ye. And of course, that's exciting because it kind of feels like the music space has been a little boring this year as well. So with Ye making a comeback to music, that also leads into his additional endeavors, which include fashion as well as sneakers. As you guys know, we love us some Yeezys over here. So this is awesome news for the man Ye himself, but more importantly, it's just great to hear that he's at a great space, in his head mentally and all that. So this is very promising. We're excited to see, what Ye brings to the table. We'll see if he pops out at all for Paris Fashion Week, but this new music, is a great sign for the future. So let me know what you guys think. Drop your feedback about the sneaker of the year. And of course, we're going to wrap things up. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the latest edition of JA News. So salute, guys. If you haven't done so, be sure to leave a thumbs up. Stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out, y'all. Love.